No taxes on tips? We're diving into a hot topic that's been making waves in the political and economic arenas. And on social media too, I see a lot of posts. Former President Donald Trump's proposal to eliminate, get rid of taxes on tips for the employees. The proposal has sparked a lot of debate with arguments, of course, both for and against it. We're going to break those down, what the proposal entails, and how tips are currently taxed. And we'll take a look at the potential pros and cons of no tipping tax or no tax on tips or tipping. Trump proposed the no tax on tips idea at a rally in June of 2024. The proposal has at least one fan. Yeah, copy that. VP Harris just happened to propose the same policy at her rally in Nevada in August of 2024. All right, here's how tips are currently taxed in the U.S. According to the IRS, tips are considered taxable income. This means that employees who receive tips must report them as income on their tax returns. This includes cash tips, electronic tips, or even non-cash tips. Non-cash tips like stay low on your backhand and follow through. That's the only kind of non-cash tip I ever give. If you earn more than $20 in tips in a month, you must report the total amount to your employer by the 10th of the following month. Employers are then required to withhold taxes from both wages and tips. If you share tips with other employees, well, you only report the tips you keep. Trump's proposal aims to eliminate federal income taxes on tips, a move he argues will benefit service workers who rely heavily on tips for their income. The proposal has been included in the official 2024 Republican Party platform, highlighting its significance in his campaign. All right, so what's the good stuff? What are the pros of this? Increased take-home pay, they say. By exempting tips from federal income tax, service workers could see an increase in their take-home pay, which could be very helpful for those in lower income brackets. And it does have some political appeal. They think the service industry workers, which is a large demographic in battleground states like Nevada, will go out and vote for that. And simplified tax reporting, and who doesn't like simpler taxes, or none maybe. Eliminating taxes on tips could simplify the tax reporting process for both employees and employers, reducing administrative burdens. All right, what are the downsides? What are the cons of getting rid of taxes for tips? Well, a revenue loss. Critics argue that this proposal could lead to a significant reduction in federal revenue, estimated between $150 billion and $250 billion over the next decade. Some say that will lead to economic inequality. The proposal might disproportionately benefit higher earning tipped workers, while those making low tips already pay little to no federal income tax due to their earnings. I never like this kind of argument that it's going to help the person who makes more money more than it helps me or helps the rich guy. Hey, don't you want to make more money or be rich someday? So stop comparing. Or like Mom used to tell you, stop comparing yourself to your brother. It could lead to a potential shift in compensation models, how people get paid, they say. There is concern that exempting tips from taxes could encourage more industries to rely on tipping rather than fair wages, potentially increasing income inequality. There it is again. Yeah, let's have all those factory workers, collection call center workers, or car salesmen work for tips so they can save on taxes. When's the last time you wanted to tip your car salesman? Yeah, I say never, but yeah, their families do need to eat too. And an impact on social programs could be a perceived downside. Since the proposal currently focuses on income tax exemption, it may not extend to payroll taxes, which fund essential programs like Social Security and Medicare. It could impact the long-term sustainability of those programs. Well, the focus on a minimum wage is another one. Some advocacy groups argue that the focus should be on raising the minimum wage for service workers rather than providing isolated tax breaks. They believe a higher guaranteed wage would offer more sustainable growth than worrying about things like no taxes on tips. I never liked that kind of thinking either. People should get paid what the market demands, not some artificial minimum that impacts the rest of us. Inflation? Anyone? Anyone? Well, the practice of tipping has roots in maintaining economic and social hierarchies, and some critics view the proposal as a step backward in addressing those systemic issues. Trump's proposal to eliminate taxes on tips, well, it's a complex issue with a lot of benefits and drawbacks, as we've talked about. It could increase take-home pay for some workers. It also raises concerns about federal revenue loss, economic inequality, and the broader implications for the service industry. As the debate continues, I guess we got to consider both the immediate and long-term effects of such a policy change. Or, like the rest of us do at home, if there's less money coming in, well, we'll cut costs somewhere, government. Maybe you don't have to waste so much of our money. What do you think about this proposal? Do you believe it would benefit service workers, or are the potential downsides too much? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And hey, if you're so inclined, why not a little subscription as well? I appreciate you watching. In the meantime, we'll see you in the next episode.